Om Shanti to everyone. Can you guys hear me? Am I audible?
Hello.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. Great. So let's begin today's session. Right. So back and neck straight. Gently close your eyes. And start observing your breath. The natural flow of your breath as you inhale and as you exhale. Be in your push body. And when you feel, begin to deepen your breath, going into the practice of Puraka and Rishaka. And let's prepare ourselves for 1 minute. Then I'll chant the Shanti mantra for you. Sarve bhavantu sukhina sarve sikhantu saranam sarve bhadram pashyantu ma kaschit dukkhampade ma kaschit dukkhampade. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Feel the vibrations. Let's join both hands together. Drop both the hands and place them over your eyes. Very slowly while breathing. and looking at the palms. Open up your eyes, come back to the smile. To everyone, let us begin today's session. So today we are going to start with the new pranayama, right? And the name of this pranayama is Bhastrikā. Bhastrikā, Bhastrikā, right? So this is also known as bellows breath. Bellows breath, right? And Bhastrika directly translates to bellow, right? So hence the English name bellows breath has been uh, given to it, right? And bellow is like uh, used by the blacksmith, right? So when the blacksmith uses a bellow, the breath, that is the way in which he takes the breath while using it, that is exactly the way in which we will do Bhastrika Pranayama. Hence this name has been given to it. And because the movement of the air is very rapid during this time, so it produces a lot of heat in the body. So it is a heating pranayama, right? It's a heat generating pranayama. When you practice it, after that, your body temperature is going to rise, right? So if your body heat is suppose at a particular level before starting it, it's only going to go up after the practice, right? So hence, it works on not only increasing the temperature of the body, the gastric fire also. In yoga, we talk of the digestive fire, and this pranayam directly works on that digestive fire, right? So by default, when the heat increases, that is when the your ability to digest the food also goes up, right? So let's start from the beginning. So posture is of course going to be a sitting posture. You can go for any uh, meditative posture, right? And it is better to go for the movement of the breath is going to be quite uh, fast over here, and because of this reason, uh, you know, uh, it's very easy for the body to move. So if you already lock your body, like in lotus pose, we lock the body, right? So if we lock the body, we will reduce the chances of the body moving too much. And if you can maintain that kind of stability, then of course you will just eliminate the chance of the body moving altogether, right? So posture is always sitting, right? And then uh, number of rounds. Once again, during Bhastrika, you can go for uh, anywhere between 10 to 20 repetitions in the beginning, that is good enough, because it's of course going to generate a lot of heat in the body. So be very mindful when you are introducing this practice, or when you are going for this practice, because this is very intense practice. Not like right? Even a normal person has this pranayam, right? So let's move to pranayam, right? So because I told you it is a heat generating pranayam, anybody who has any heat related disorders, in Ayurveda class you would have studied of doshas and right? So anybody who has pith related disorders, already heat is too much in the body. So if you practice this, it's only going to work on increasing the heat, right? So conditions like heart disease, high blood pressure, right? These things, practice of this pranayam in, right? Uh, Again, you know, practices, sorry, diseases like, so even though we are engaging in chest mostly, there is some movement in the abdomen also, and it is rapid movement, right? So your abdomen is somewhere indirectly being engaged, and because the breath is so rapid, you will not be able to see how much pressure, at least for a beginner, the pressure and everything will not be taken an account of, uh, like when they are practicing. So any abdomen related issues, so like yesterday we discussed, ulcers and hernia, they should also avoid this practice, because over it is anybody who has vertigo, once again, uh, because the flow of the breath, it goes up during this practice. So of course, there is a tendency that you might experience, some dizziness, or you might experience like, feeling as if everything around you is like, circling, right? Uh, so the head starts, getting very dizzy. So in that case also, you have to avoid this practice, right? Um, Also another thing, like people, like females who are pregnant, right? So it's a during the initial time, they can, practice this, but only under the guidance of a teacher, right? So it's not as if they can practice just like that. Oh, sorry. During the first period, this has to be avoided. I said the opposite. So during the first few weeks, this practice needs to be avoided. Right, during pregnancy, I was saying the opposite thing. Right, but they can still practice under the guidance of the teacher. So it's not as if they cannot, right? But the guidance of a teacher is quite necessary when they are practicing, right? Let's come to the benefits. Then I will show you the technique, right? So benefits, there are multiple benefits of this practice. First one, as per Hatha text, is that it balances the three doshas. So Vat, Pitta and Kapha, they are balanced when one practices Bhastrikā Pranayama. So it's a very, it has a lot of benefits. but again, it has so many contraindications also. So just be careful. So the body are balanced. Again, because the intake and outtake of the breath is very rapid during this entire process, the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide in our bloodstream, that is also taking place very rapidly, right? So when this thing happens, that is when the heat in the body increases, right? And a lot of, like, it has an impact on the metabolism also. So the metabolism of the body also increases, right? And yeah, uh, metabolism will increase. And once again, when you practice Bhastrika, you will see that a lot of people start sweating when they do this pranayama. So it's all right, because that is a way of the body to expel out toxins, right? Waste is expelled out of the body in the form of sweating, right? So it is okay if you start sweating a little bit. That's completely all right. Again, when you do this breathing, I told you mostly you're going to use your chest, right? But when you use the chest also, there is constant movement of diaphragm, right? And when the diaphragm moves, when especially when it moves down, it's going to massage the abdomen, right? So when the diaphragm constantly goes up and down, it's going to stimulate all the organs which come in contact with it, right? With the movement. So all the abdominal organs which are directly placed below the diaphragm get direct stimulation from the movement of the right. Other things. So because you see, it's a very activating pranayam. So people who feel very dull in the mind, they should go ahead and practice pranayam. People who have a lot of tamas. So we discussed trigunas in the class. So I discussed tamas. They are very dull. If the mind feels very dull. So those people are amazing practice. This pranayam also, induces a lot of peace and tranquility. And after practicing it, you will find this suddenly very focused. Then you breathe in Bhastrika breath. So after that, there is we suddenly shake things up, right? And when you suddenly shake things up, after that, when you get that moment to observe, so you will feel that the mind, the overactive mind, it's I hope you will hear me. Hello. Am I audible? Can you guys hear me?
You're cutting in and out.
I couldn't hear you, Katrina. Am I audible?
You are now. You were cutting in and out.
Hello. Can you hear me? Okay, wait. Okay. Just give me a second. Hello. Can you guys hear
Oh,
me?
that's better.
Oh, could let me know, did you catch all the benefits? All right. I suppose that you did. Right. Let me see. I can switch. All good. Okay. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so I'm just going to demonstrate the technique, then we will practice together, right? So whenever you do Bhastrika, once again, make sure that you are sitting in any comfortable posture, right? And once you sit in that comfortable posture, uh, just make sure that your back and neck is straight, right? And after that, what we are going to do is we are going to do a few rounds of Bhastrika, and we are going to end the practice with one round of Surya Bhedan. So Surya Bhedan is something I haven't introduced yet, and I will be in the future. But for now, like just getting an understanding of it, right? What we are going to do is after we complete the entire process of Bhastrika, again like Anulom Vilom, we are going to So like Anulom Vilom, we are going to form this mudra with the right hand or this mudra, whichever one suits you. And then we are going to, close the left nostril, right? So this time we are closing the left nostril, inhaling through the right, and then closing the right nostril, exhaling through the left. Right? So when we do Bhastrika, mostly your chest moves. So when you sit up straight, close the eyes, and then when we begin, so I'm just keeping my hand so that you can see the movement in the chest, right? So it's going to be rapid inhalation and exhalation, right? So right, and when you finish this entire process after this, like suppose the last exhalation, so right, and then quickly form the Pranav Mudra, close the left nostril, inhale through the right, close the right nostril, exhale through the left, right? This is how you're going to do it. Your chest is going to move, so you will find a lot of variations where the abdomen moves. So we are not going in for any variations. So we are going to move the chest in and out, and like we did kapalabhati where the exhalation was active, this time both our exhalation and inhalation, both of them are going to be active, right? And try that inhalation and exhalation is equal, right? So you can go for a lighter stroke also. So this was pretty fast, but we can also go for a lighter stroke where when we are inhaling and exhaling. So like this. So this is like so like this, like you can go for a lighter stroke also. So it's not necessary that you always go for a very fast stroke. You just have to make sure when you inhale and fully exhaled out when you expel the air out, right? And inhalation and exhalation should be in the ratio of 1:1, right? So if I'm taking this much time to inhale, then same amount of time I will take to exhale, right? So this is how you practice Bhastrika Pranayama, right? First, we are going to go for the strokes, and then we are going to do one round where we are inhaling through the right nostril and exhaling through the left nostril. Any doubts in this? Did you catch the technique? Uh,
Yes.
uh, oh, okay. Why Surya Bhedan? Okay. See, Surya Bhedan, see, when I teach Surya Bhedan also in the future classes, on the same day you do not practice Surya Bhedan and Chandra Bhedan. One thing is this. Second of all, you have put your body through an entire process of heating it up. So if you immediately take it into the cooling process, so the attachment of the Surya Bhedan doesn't have to do anything with balancing out what we are doing to the body, right? When you practice Chandrabhedan immediately after heating up the body too much, your body will go in a confusion of temperature, right? So right now I'm heating up the body, and then suddenly I will make the do a pranayam, which uh, yes. We are going to do Surya Bhedan after Bhastrika, but the purpose you are connecting, the heat part of Bhastrika with the cooling impact of Chandrabhedan. So you are saying that if we are doing Bhastrika and it's generating heat, so it's right to end it with a cooling pranayam, which is going to get the body temperature back to normal, right? That is what your question is. So we should technically be doing that along with it. Yeah, if I'm catching the question right, I think this is what you said. We are going to practice Surya Bhedan. We are not going to immediately change the temperature of the body. So if you do Bhastrika and then you practice Chandra Bhedan, I will discuss what Chandra Bhedan is in the future classes. So Chandra Bhedan is a cooling pranayama. So immediately, like if you sit in the AC for a long period of time, right? And then you suddenly step out. So some people, like, their body cannot adjust that easily. Like it's damn hot outside, it's very hot, and you are in AC, and immediately if you directly step out into the sunlight, your body won't be able to adjust, right? So if you practice um, Chandrabhedan after Bhastrika, is going to have opposite impact, right? It's going to harm your body. Surya Bhedan is not placed with Bhastrika uh, because of the temperature, like you are perceiving, right? So temperature difference should be produced. It's not because of that. It's just a particular technique. That's just how the technique has been given, originally given. We end it with round of Surya Bhed, right? To, I think, bring you back, because Bhastrika is going to increase the respiration and the rate of exchange of gases. So, any other doubts? If there are no doubts, we are going to practice then, right? So let's just sit in any comfortable posture. First, we are going to do some, abdominal breathing, right? So we are going to prepare ourselves first, and then we are going to do Bhastrika, right? So back, neck straight, close the eyes, and start observing the breath. Just observe the natural flow of your breath. And be in your posture. Align the body. And slowly begin to deepen your breath. Go for slow, long, and deep inhalation, and slow, long, and deep exhalations. And slowly place the right hand on the abdomen. Exhale completely, squeeze the abdomen in. And as you inhale, expand the abdomen. As you exhale, contract the abdomen. Inhale, expanding the abdomen. Exhale, contracting the abdomen. Let's prepare ourselves with a few rounds of abdominal breathing. Going for slow, long, and deep breath. As you keep the mind engaged on the abdomen, the movement of the abdomen. Continue your practice. Take 5 more breaths and abdominal breathing, and then you can relax the hand. Go for 5 more breaths. Once you complete the practice, relax your hand, straighten up your back, and just observe the natural flow of your breath. We are going to practice 20 strokes of Bhastrikā Pranayama, and we are going to do 3 rounds. If at any point of time you feel uncomfortable or dizzy, stop the practice and you can just come back to your normal breath. Unless and until you do not feel stable, do not restart the practice. Sit in any comfortable posture, back, neck straight. Prepare yourself for Bhastrikā Pranayama. Active inhalation and exhalation, which is rapid, keeping the proportion of the inhalation and exhalation equal. Align your body. And let's start with the practice of Bhastrikā Pranayama. After your next exhalation, begin to inhale in the Bhastrikā format. Once you do the 20 breaths, form the Pranav Mudra, close the left nostril, inhale through the right nostril. Then close the right nostril, exhale through the left nostril. Gently bring your hand down, back neck will remain straight. Just observe how you feel after the practice of Bhastrikā. We're going to go for round 2. Again, back neck straight. Keep the eyes closed. And after your next exhalation, begin to breathe in Bhastrikā format. Go for rapid inhalations and exhalations. After completing 20 rounds, go for 1 round Surya Bhedanan, inhaling through the right, exhaling through the left. Back neck straight. Just observe how you feel. Again, back neck straight. Let's prepare ourselves for the last round. Last round of the practice. And after your next exhalation, breathe in Bhastrikā. Breathe as per the format of Bhastrikā Pranayama. And at the end, go for one round of Surya Bhedan. And just observe. Take this time to observe how you felt before you started your practice and how you are feeling right now. Slowly join both the palms together and rub them together. Rub both the palms properly and place them on the eyes, allowing your eyes to absorb this heat. One more time, rub both the palms together. Keep them on the eyes. Very slowly while blinking and looking at the palms, open up your eyes. Start coming back. So did you guys face any difficulties while you were practicing? Is the technique clear to everyone? Is the technique clear to everyone? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, it is to me. just coming back. So
Yeah, no worries, no worries. All right. So perfectly clear. All right, great. So one more thing I would like to mention before I close the class is actually that you are going to find a lot of variations of this technique, right? So you're going to find techniques where the abdomen is used instead of the chest. So don't get confused, right? Do not at any point of time get confused that what is this happening, right? It is just a mere variation, right? And the original technique is done with the movement of the chest. So that is how it is different from kapalabhati. One thing, in kapalabhati you engage the abdomen, in bhastrika you engage the chest. Another thing, in kapalabhati only active exhalation takes place, and bhastrika both inhalation and exhalation become active. All right. So then let's end today's session if there are no more doubts. Right. So back neck straight. Close the eyes. We'll end the session with one Om and three Shantis. Inhale deeply for Om. Shanti. 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 Feel the vibrations. And just bow down. Let's just join the hands and bow down. Taking out a few moments to feel gratitude for everything we have. Now rub both the palms together. Keep them on your eyes. And very slowly while blinking, and looking at the palms, open up the eyes, come back. And namaste to everyone. I'll see you all tomorrow for your philosophy class. So bye-bye everyone.
Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you. Bye-bye.